Come in the sink or sink in the cum? Well, for Valorant e-girls, I'll tell you the latter option is much more preferable. Today we talk about one of the most hated communities on the internet, and sadly at one point I was a part of it. And that is the Valorant e-dating community, or as I like to call them, e-whores. Also, when I say e-whore, I'm not just talking about women, because I'm not a misogynist. The men are equally as bad. I'll be real, the men are a little worse, because 90% of them are just desperate for female attention. But before I ramble on about how I hate all couples and I'm a miserable man that got my heart broken by a Valorant player once, I must beg like a Twitch whore does for donors. So please drop a like on this video and sub to my channel because it would make a brother real glad. Okay, but moving on from the e-begging, I fucking hate Valorant players. Not all Valorant players, because I would be a little racist. I hate the stereotypical Valorant player, the dumbass accent, hard-stuck diamond e-boy or immortal e-boy, boosting girls on the internet and e-dating them. Like, they are basically doing a boosting prostitution service. They get a little bit of e-sex and a little bit of e-head for being able to shoot pixels on a screen. I mean, it's a good business model, but it's a little sad. I would rather be a sweaty League of Legends version who doesn't talk to women and jerks to Yumi porn all day compared to these disgusting Valorant e-daters. Because if I'm a sweaty League of Legends version, at least I know I'm a degenerate. These Valorant players think they're alright. They be insta-locking Jet in poo-poo pot diaper napilo while flirting with a girl who has a roster of 28 men nutting to a Discord profile picture while she has e-sex with them simultaneously. Am I speaking from experience here? Possibly. Also, not being racist or anything, why is it always my Asian brothers falling for this strap, man? Like, I love these brothers, but it's always them e-dating these girls. It's always boba and backshots into Valorant. And they always have some silly, goofy e-boy haircut too. Like, get a grip, man. Like, if you want to be a degenerate Asian, I get that, but there are so many better role models you could have. Like, legit, dedicate your life to League of Legends. Stop chasing women. Especially not Valorant, Sage, Mummy, Uvu. I'll call you a good boy and purr for you kind of woman. You could legit become Faker instead. That man is universally loved, and he might be the GOAT of professional gaming. Being called a Faker of anything is like the highest compliment you could get. But instead, these boys choose to be Valorant e-dating disgusting people. It's one thing for Riot to make a shit game, but it's another for it to be the breeding ground of something so nasty. E-dating in Valorant is so bad that compared to them, I feel like I look like a good human being. And trust me, I am the bottom of the barrel. Have you seen my YouTube videos? I live in my mum's basement and I'm 30 years old. And somehow, I feel like I'm contributing more to society than Valorant e-daters do. But alright, but now let's talk about the Valorant e-dating girls. Because I'll be real, there's a lot of girls that play Valorant, and not all of them are e-daters. Some of them, could be really chill. They just want to get faded in the hoe, watch a Moist Critical video, hop on some Valorant. I have no problem with those women, other than the fact that I'm deathly afraid of them. But the e-dating Valorant girls are the scariest women on earth, because they are ruthless. They prey on losers with no experience with women who are good at the game and manipulate them for elo and skins. And in return, they might pop their e-pussy, or if they're lucky, they might get an actual whiff of sex. But as I said before, this is a boosting prostitution service. But I can't even hate these e-whores, man. If I had a hole, or my weenie peenie was, and I had squishy boobs, I would do the same thing. Don't hate the player, hate the male Valorant player who's lonely enough to fall for this trap. And I'd be like, a small percentage of the player base are e-daters. And to that I tell you, a small percentage of the world are virgins. And why are all 50 people I know in the world all virgins? And trust me, if I want to play a game of Valorant Swift Play right now, there's an 80% chance there's going to be at least one e-couple or a desperate e-boy looking for e-sex in there. I don't know what else is there to say about them other than the fact that I'm a lonely man and that they disgust me. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and a sub, or I'll force your nan to queue Paris servers Valorant comp. Goodbye.